but not anymore.
He went on to thank the lawmakers in the audience, Republican and Democrat alike, for their work in Congress. Trump said, regardless of their differences, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle can come together as Americans. Germany is asking the U.S. to join a meeting next week to discuss a possible ceasefire in Ukraine. The meeting is set to take place in Berlin and include Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and several other top European leaders. A U.S.-backed plan calls for Ukraine to make territorial concessions. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is back home in Maryland after being released from an immigration detention center. The Trump administration plans to challenge a Maryland judge's decision to release him. More from Tammy Trujillo.
The Department of Homeland Security released a statement yesterday calling the order to release Abrego Garcia naked judicial activism by an Obama-appointed judge. The statement went on to say that the order lacks a valid legal basis and will be appealed to a higher court. The judge said Abrego Garcia has been held without lawful authority since his arrest earlier this year. He was released from a Pennsylvania detention facility yesterday. Homeland Security says Abrego Garcia is an illegal immigrant and gang member. He became a focal point of President Trump's immigration crackdown and was deported to El Salvador at one point before being returned to the U.S. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Economic forecasters are predicting mortgage rates will dip only slightly next year. Freddie Mac puts the 30-year fixed rate average at about 6.2%. Dow futures are higher after notching fresh records. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is WOON AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning, Coffee Ann time, right here on WOON AM and FM, Friday morning, December the 12th, as we're moving right along here in this Christmas season. I'm Joe Callahan. Across the table from me, that would be Dave Richards. You've been listening to him for the last couple of hours.
What do you know?
Right here on WOON AM and FM. And we expect Melissa Murray to join us soon, and Rich Lane from Post 85 will be here as well. Now, the first segment sponsor of the Coffee Ann program is the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Dave is cruising through his inbox of messages he gets from the chamber, and what do you see in there, Dave? What's up? What's up with those guys?
Just all the big stuff that's been going on here is all over.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, they know everybody's up over their head with stuff going on this time of year and everything. So the chamber has nothing scheduled for special events, for group events, until January 7th.
We'll see you in the new year, huh?
Yep, when the Eggs and Issues breakfast featuring House Speaker Joseph Sicarci comes along, 8:30 to 9:30 on January 7th at the Kirkbrake Country Club in Lincoln. And then later on we have in January the Level Up How to Choose the Right Marketing Channels for Your Business. January 21st, that'll be a noontime thing, and it's going to be a virtual meeting where everybody gets together on their computers. That's the way it's done in the 21st century, Joe.
It's very
so
George, very George Jetson, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, very George Jetson's, yeah. So it's actually even a little Elroy.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's like even newer than George. So anyway, let's just remind you, 334-1000, number to call after 9 o'clock, because they don't answer the phone before 9 o'clock at the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, where business matters. Joe?
You know what's fun about watching the Jetsons?
What?
Is to see what's come and gone from the Jetsons.
Oh, yeah.
And they're still supposed to be ahead of us in terms of years. But and one I can remember is, speaking of Elroy would bring home his report card. Now, it's not an actual card. It's a tape. And you got to get a tape player to play the report card. I said, tape is gone. It's passé. It would be all digital now. They'd be giving you a thumb drive, if anything. Here it is. Take a look at this. So
it'd be a holograph.
Or it could be a holograph.
It would appear in the air before you.
But just like, we do the Zoom meetings, they had, in the Jetsons, had telehealth. At the time, you pulled up the doctor on the television. And that's how they doctor examined you. and sent you a bill. So it's pretty funny. Melissa Murray has joined us at the coffee and table. Good morning to you, Melissa.
Good morning.
And she's shivering.
So frigid out.
A little chilly outside, huh?
It's frigid.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's frigid, right?
Better than the 19 that I had.
All right. Fun thing that happened yesterday, and I'm sure the New England Patriots set all these things up in advance. But one of our favorite New England Patriots quarterbacks, Drake May, the current one, and his wife, either showed up at the Boys and Girls Club of Pawtucket, or he was already waiting for these kids at the J.C. Penney in North Attleboro at Emerald Square Mall.
He was waiting at the store.
Took 20 kids, and each kid got a $200 shopping spree.
Because the kids were just put on the bus. They said they were going on a field trip.
Going on a field trip. Okay. And so they didn't tell them where they were going. And boy, were they shocked.
Wow.
When they see when Drake May is there. Of course, they know who he was. But so yeah, that's $4,000.
If they didn't, the kid next to him told him.
Yeah. Who's that? he's a New England Patriot. It's like, well, so that's so cool. And each kid got custom Nike sneakers from Drake May, which he probably got free from Nike. He's probably got some kind of deal going with those guys.
Oh, don't be so cynical, Joe.
I'm not being cynical. I'm just saying you're going to get Nike sneakers as opposed to Adidas because I like Nike.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Look, we just got 40 new viewers on the big game on Sunday.
Maybe they were already watching, but the ones that weren't watching will be watching.
Yeah,
right.
This coming.
You just got
Sunday.
sneakers from the guy. You're going to say, "Hey, I think I'll watch him on TV."
That's so cool. You hear about athletes, mostly in the Boston area, that go to not Hasbro, but they go to a children's hospital in Boston.
Sure, yeah.
And visit the kids all the time.
Yeah. Sure.
The Bruins do this, the Red Sox do this, Dana-Farber and everything. But this is the first time I ever heard of an athlete taking kids on a shopping spree.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
That's very nice of him to do that. So, and I'm sure $4,000 is nothing to him, by the way.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's well, he makes millions, so
sure he does.
Here's $4,000. So,
it's the principle of the thing.
well, yeah. So, all right, that woman down in Hopkinton.
The cost of the gift that counts, Joe.
Yes,
How
I
many
know.
times do we have to tell you this?
That woman down in Hopkinton that allegedly hit the man.
Yeah.
She's staying in prison.
Yeah.
They finally they brought the hammer down at least for right now.
Shame on me. I may have to go to confession after this.
Why is this?
Yay!
Yay. Okay, well, when you look at the record, you're
they've
like,
tried
what's going
everything
on?
they can to stop her from driving.
Yeah, and she still just.
But she just keeps getting behind the wheel of a car. What else? The only way to stop her from driving is to
put her in jail.
Put her in jail. Don't let her out.
Yep. So she's being held without bail right now, and it doesn't say she's facing the charges, but doesn't say when she's going to be back in court.
Well, that's not so important because she's in jail until she's back in court.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's the important part that people have to know. The other thing is that people would, I'm sure, be somewhat comforted to know that the government is taking this lady real seriously now. Because most people that you're talking to are saying, geez, the justice system kind of booted this one,
fell right
leaving
through the cracks.
right out there on the So, but they're not any longer. With their 100 charges in the past, accumulatively, they have found legal precedents to bump her up to superior court.
Yeah.
She's in the big time. And she's going to be seeing the big judges in the big courtrooms because she's got a lot to be answering for.
She might be facing some real time now.
Yeah.
This is no longer being treated like a traffic problem.
No. She's is menace a good word?
Yeah. I would say
use
that'd be my personal
Accurate.
opinion. Menace, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Does she have a driver's license? Does she have a valid driver's license?
From what I've heard is no.
Right. You wouldn't think
It's been taken away, but she still knows how to drive, I think.
Sure. Access to a vehicle.
And
I mean,
there you go.
You can get behind a vehicle and you can, just like,
Still can maneuver it.
I could own all of this equipment, all of this, TV and radio equipment. There's no law saying I can't own it.
Right.
If I turn it on without a license, I'm in trouble.
That's right.
But I can own it.
All right. The last night was the 9th annual Soup for Supper, and I know Dave attended. Give us a rundown of what of the who's who that was there, Dave.
Oh, I hesitate to do that because we have a situation where I'm certain to not have seen somebody and they were there and they'll feel slighted because there were so many people. I'm sure people were there that I didn't even see. I mean, for Pete's sake, I'm in line getting my little cups, half cups of soup, so I can take everybody's, because I want to give everybody some love, and I'm trying to watch, how much I'm eating too, at the same time. So I'm going all down the gauntlet, and one of my dearest friends, who is there and is one of the organizers, along with Bug from Bugged Out Barbecue, that's helping Lisa put it together, Stacy Bean. There wasn't any room in the line for her. Seriously, there were 17 pots of soup last night.
Wow.
And so they put her around the corner on the other side of the room, past the dessert table. So I figure when I get to the dessert table, I'm done. She's way beyond that. And I felt so bad because there was a contest last night. They gave these little white tickets with a big black X on it. And you put it in the bag of the chef that you thought had the soup that you liked the best.
Okay.
All right? And I went for the K's.
Okay.
They had pea soup.
All right.
And so, no, it was right next to K's. It wasn't was it the Elks? Anyway, it was the pea soup.
All right.
So, out of all the soups I had, they were all very nice. And I finished them all. But the one that I liked the best was the pea soup. Haven't had it since my mom was here. And so, there you go. It was really, really nice. And then I found out that Stacy was around the corner on the other side of the entrance door. So I had a couple of samples of hers, and she would have won. She would have won my ticket. Because she had already put it in. She had a lasagna soup.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Sounds tasty.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds really good.
it was really tasty.
I bet.
Yeah, not a lot of broth, but oh boy, there was a lot of stuff there. And she also had a, a green pepper soup, which I thought could have used a little bit more green pepper in it. But it was a really good soup. That was a soup, a real full-blooded soup. There were so many wonderful things there. I even had a Thai soup, which you would say to yourself,
spicy.
Yeah, you would think so. But I says, what's the heat level? He says, really moderate for this crowd. We backed it off a bit.
Okay.
I says, well, how do we moderate it some more? He says, we just give you 2 scoops of rice, and we pour it over the rice.
Oh, okay.
And that mitigates the heat,
the spiciness. Okay.
He says the natives in Thailand, they always use a lot of rice in this.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
All
so
right.
anyway, but I can't tell you all the people who were there, but you could have had a meeting of the city council. You could have had a quorum for the school committee. You could have had half the state senate and the House of Representatives was there. It's and this there was really only a little over. Because we're talking St. Joseph's Vets Hall.
Yeah.
How many people can you fit in there with a shoehorn? A little over 200.
All right.
But the place was packed. I had to look and looked for a place to sit down. And I wasn't there at 5 o'clock because I was here at 5 o'clock. By the time I got there, it's still before 6, and I had to search for a place to sit. Luckily, I was by myself. The fabulous niece was spent after the end of the day. She couldn't go with me. But I only needed 1 chair, and I found 1 chair.
Well, you can still stand and eat your soup.
But I met people there, young people who grew up in Woonsocket, always heard about the Milk Fund. They're there supporting the Milk Fund, didn't know what the Milk Fund was. And I got a chance to give them the story, the elevator story of the Milk Fund. It was just a very, very heartwarming and belly-warming evening. And
did it sell out? Do you know?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Big time sellout. And they set up all the tables, and they had to churn tables to get everybody else in.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, it was very nice. And we still have expenses and things like that haven't come through and haven't been paid. But I'm guessing, based on what we saw, our guess is we'll do a little over $3,000.
Wow.
In one night.
Fantastic.
Yeah, for the Milk Fund.
Now, were you able to try every soup, or were there some wine? I really know I'm not going to like that one for whatever it was, but were you able to try the ones all you wanted to try?
All the ones I wanted to
Stacey.
try is yes. No, I took Stacey's afterwards. Unfortunately, I had given up my ticket already because I didn't know she was there. I tried all the ones I wanted to try, which was all but one. There was one, it was like a bean soup. And I said to myself, I'll do that one maybe last. But then I found Stacy, so she was last. So I didn't do the bean soup, but it looked yummy. And I had at least a half a cup of everything there. And boy, that's variety, man. 17 different soups.
That's great.
It's a fun event.
And I ate 16 of them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad things went well. And
Next
another
time it comes
successful
along, I'm
event.
telling you right now, keep this in the back of your brain. Next year is the 10th. Soup for supper.
10th annual, right?
And 10th annual, right. And they're already talking about what to do differently next time. But we're telling you right now, get your tickets as soon as you hear the whisper of when the date is. Mm-hmm. We'll have them here, I'm sure, here at the radio station, God willing. And get your tickets ahead of time and get there early.
Yep.
Alrighty, we're going to take a break here in the Coffee Inn program. So our segment sponsor of Coffee Inn is the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Dave, any more notes? Any more
334-1000, call after 9 o'clock and say, hi, Dave sent me.
All right, more Coffee Inn coming up. Stay tuned.
ON 1240. Make Christmas extra special this year by ordering an incredible dessert from Wright's Dairy Farm. Christmas orders are being accepted at wrightsri.com right now through December 17th. Wright's has 3 different pre-made cookie trays for any size gathering. Each has over 10 varieties of cookies, plus top cakes including strawberry shortcake, limoncello, Bouche de Noël, and Wright's exclusive Dubai chocolate cake, and perfect for Christmas, limited edition glass eggnog bottles available while supplies last. Visit wrightsri.com or stop in today at Wright's Dairy Farm, 200 Woonsocket Hill Road, North Smithfield, for the perfect Christmas dessert.
Hey, Woonsocket, guess who's back in business? Trudeau's Auto Repair on Cass Avenue is officially reopened under brand new local ownership. Fabricio and Kristen invite you back to Trudeau's Auto Repair. With more than 20 plus years of automotive experience, the new owners have been a longtime customer of Trudeau's, and they're committed to continuing the honesty, trust, and care Trudeau's has always been known for. Tune-ups, diagnostics, oil changes, and general automotive repair, plus Rhode Island State inspections can all be done at Trudeau's Auto Repair, 654 Cass Avenue, Woonsocket. Follow them on Facebook.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Staples presents an easy holiday.
My holiday list was a mile long.
Fa la 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 boo hoo hoo.
Staples made it easy with big savings on tech gifts.
I'm listening.
And I saved big on custom holiday cards, too. Plus, Staples has UPS shipping in store.
Holy flying reindeer. Shop Staples today for 50% off custom cards, invites, wrapping paper, labels, stamps, and photo gifts.
That was easy.
In-store and online expires 12/20. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON Radio.
All right, Joe Callahan here, along with Dave Richards and Melissa Murray. Thanks for joining us here on the Coffee and program.
I don't have my bells this Coffee and wrong show.
that's right.
Melissa's got a big black sweater on today, and she still looks cold.
I'm still cold.
It's still cold. We'll have some coffee.
I got the heat turned up.
I have hands wrapped around my coffee cup. Yeah. Uh-huh. No, I know. I just got to chill outside. I can't shake it.
So this is what happened. It happened to me yesterday. I was driving around, and my son's girlfriend, her birthday is actually on Monday.
That's nice.
And I'm like, but they live in Maine. I said,
yeah.
And I in my car, I actually have her birthday card we want to send to her.
Yeah.
And it's like,
is it gonna make it?
I don't know. That's the problem. It's Christmas time. It's going 2 states away. Is it going to make it by Monday? I don't know.
No.
I said,
FedEx is your only issue.
I'm not doing that. Okay. but I'm
walking $79. They'll get it there tomorrow.
But it took me over an hour to get in my brain because I say, well, I gotta go home, and then because that's where the stamps are, and I'm like, Joe, the post office sells stamps.
That's right.
Just go in there, fill out the envelope because I have the address,
right,
and just walk up to the counter and say, one stamp, please.
You can get stamps.
Look
there.
at that. You can buy one. You can buy just one stamp.
Do they have
the post
Saturday
office.
delivery where she lives?
See, I don't know because I have to send it to a P.O. box.
Oh dear.
So because they don't, they don't. The town they're in does not have postal delivery.
Okay.
So they got, and I don't know how often they check their P.O. box. Maybe they only go twice a week.
Well,
I don't know.
But the thought would come.
Yeah. But it'll be there. So
It's still nice afterwards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Note called in 766-1240. This is a completely
Somebody
different
must
subject.
be listening.
And it goes like this. We're looking for opinions on commercials. I'm thinking TV commercials that encourage teenagers to have their parents listen to them. And there are many. It should be teenagers put your devices down and listen to your parents, not the other way around. And that's on the parents to approach them and say, I'm your father, I'm your mother, and while you're living here, I'll guide you with how to communicate with people. I can't think of an actual ad that says, listen to your kids.
No,
is there one out there or a PSA of some sort that you've heard of?
I'm not seeing too much TV, but when I do see TV, I am just like totally jonesing and not seeing the 3 different insurance companies trying to sell me
I love the
Medicare and insurance, the Advantage plan.
Yeah.
Three different companies in the same commercial break, and it takes 7 minutes to watch them all. But I am seeing Christina across America try to sell me a jacuzzi shower remodel
that's nice.
over and over and over again.
How about you, Melissa? Have you seen any of these?
I
spots?
don't really watch that much television at all.
Oh, well,
but I know the kind of ads. I think
They're talking about?
like saying, communicate with your kids, listen to your kids. I think it's like more of a mental health spin where maybe typically teenagers don't talk about what's going on with them at school a lot to the parents. And I think parents should, reach out and listen to their kids. But also the opposite is true. Well, both things can be true.
Yeah, I did this with both my kids when they were going through high school, and they both had phones. So when it was dinner time, and I do this with my phone. Okay, it's dinner time. Now that's the time to go charge your phone in another room.
Yeah.
So go to your bedroom.
Yeah.
Plug your phone in, and then come back to the dinner table.
You forgot to put it on silent.
The kids always put it on silent for some reason, so you didn't have to worry about that.
Okay,
and therefore we got the next 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour. It's just us, and no phones.
See, Joe,
like that.
That's so simple.
It worked for us. And
it
is simple.
There's just so many young people who grow up and don't have great examples for parenting, so they become not really great parents.
Right.
Now. That is not a lock, because you can have people growing up who have different personalities, and maybe their parenting in their household wasn't so great, but they resolved to do better and they improved themselves and they set a good example for their offspring. It's just all different people, different ways, and if somebody feels really strongly that this is the way it should be done, and they want to spend money to put an ad out on television that this is the way it should be done, then God bless America, go and do it. But it's not going to cure the world's problems, because you're still going to have bad parents out there. You're going to have kids that don't have a good example and don't get a good example someplace else. I'm sorry, but this is earth. This is not heaven. Check the sign.
Right.
This is earth, and it's not meant to be heaven here. But we can all work to try to make it better. And if you feel strongly about doing that, you go right ahead and do that, and we'll agree with you. But don't expect that it's going to solve the problem. That's, I think, where I'm sensing the disconnect over here. This frustration that putting the ads on TV doesn't do any good. Well,
they should. I think they're saying they should have the other kind of ads on. Telling kids to put your phone down and listen to your parents. And there's none of those.
Well, Joe, you said it well.
I don't know if they would work.
You said it well.
Right?
It's the parents that will set the example and tell the kids to put the phone down, because the kids may not even be thinking about it.
Well, right.
And should you put an ad on? Should you put an ad on to do that? Guaranteed, boys and girls out there, the kids ain't going to look at the ad.
Right.
Because the kids grow up in a time where ads are disguised in programming.
Yeah.
Surreptitiously. And real ads are skated through, flipped off, and scanned. That's it. So all I can say is it all starts with the parenting. And what I was taught in my family was your heavy lifting is done by age 2. If you did it right by age 2, you have a firm foundation, a relationship with your child, and an understanding of what's important and what isn't important, so that you can then do your job every day. But the real tricky part is getting the message to the youngster in the first 2 years of life. And I know I don't want to keep talking, but when we were raising Nicole, there were 2 little rules. And she was listening to me today. She'd smile because she remembers them. It's Mommy, Daddy says, Jesus says.
Okay.
And that's all we could teach her for the first 2 years. And she didn't question for the first 2 years, which was great. So you get it through. Yeah. But it had to be consistent. Yeah. It had to be consistent.
Yeah. Yeah. Many people are not consistent with their parenting, and I think
that is the hardest thing.
It's hard.
But it's a
really
personality
hard.
Thing. Because the kid cuts up, right? And we see it. I saw it in my family too, where it was so cute, and so that's so cute and stuff like. Kid gets a mixed signal.
Right.
I did something wrong. I'm going to get in trouble for it later, but they loved it. So he's going to keep doing it.
You ever see those videos, or maybe it happened in your family, where really the 2-year-old or 3-year-old swears?
Right, and then you're just trying not to laugh.
But everybody laughs. Oh, isn't that funny that the 3-year-old said the bad word?
And now it's on repeat. Now it's on repeat.
Well, that's right. They get such positive reinforcement, they're going to keep saying it. And then someone gets mad at them for saying it. Well, gee, 2 weeks ago, I had everyone on the floor laughing. What happened?
Also, I know that I was parented very differently because I was the firstborn than the third, right?
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
So there's that.
I saw that. I was the first of 6.
Yeah.
You were both the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What works and what doesn't work.
I was such a good kid, though. Like, honestly, I really was. I got good grades, and I was afraid to disobey my parents. And then, by the time my brother came along, number 3,
do whatever.
And I was like, really?
I never got that. That's right. Dave's going to remember this. Melissa, you might not remember, but remember some networks, not networks, the local stations at 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and I would say, they're in bed.
I got put to bed at 7.
7, I would hope, yeah.
We hope.
Well, they were. Let's put it that way. All right. Other things going on. We got a man originally from Rhode Island. They found him in Indiana a few years ago. And
good police work on this one.
Convicted of a 1987 child sex assault.
Wow. Good.
Vicious sex assault on 2 young girls, 11
they were
and 13.
11 and 13 at the time. This was in 1987. He was 31 at the time. He's 69 years old now. Just been on the run. Got him in Indiana. Help him with the DNA advances, and
Lock him
and he's
up
also got now. Not only that, now you're charged as a fugitive from justice. So we got a couple other charges going on.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I have I have zero tolerance for that.
I guess we're not lawyers, and Bob isn't here, but is there a statute of limitations on sexual assault? There might not be.
Well,
there is.
I can't speak to that because my schooling tells me that there is only statute of limitations for everything except murder.
Yeah.
Murder, there's no statute of limitations ever. But so my schooling tells me that there should be, but I don't remember what it would be.
I believe there's a statute of limitations. So if it was reported right away, obviously it was how they knew about the crime to begin with.
Yeah.
Right. When the girls were young, they presumably told somebody that it happened, and then they knew about it back then. So it was already documented. I think the difference is folks who were abused when they were younger, and then they come forward 30 years later. There's a statute of limitations on that.
Well, he was arrested in 2022, so doing the quick math, 2022 minus 1987 is 35 years.
Yeah.
So maybe
but if it was reported, and then there was DNA.
I'm sure it was reported, and there was.
Right.
Because DNA
which
advances.
means so there was a.
And he used a knife.
He might have been a suspect.
He used a knife for the assaults too. Maybe they got stuff off the knife. I don't know, but
Right.
they got him, and he's been charged, and so good for the police working with this between
great.
Rhode Island and for
Lock him up, throw away
Indiana.
the key.
This, by the way, the assault took place in Exeter. Down there in Rhode Island. And
Yep.
we have a former Pawtucket firefighter indicted on drug charges. That's nice, too.
Good times.
33-year-old Terrence O'Neill, 3 counts of marijuana delivery. I hope he wasn't doing this on the job, but okay. He pled not guilty. He was released on $5,000 personal recognizance. The alleged drug delivery took place in Pawtucket beginning in 2022 and ended in 2023. And he's not with the Pawtucket Fire Department anymore. So.
I wouldn't imagine. Yeah.
All right. Moving along from that, Rich Elaine has joined us at the coffee and table.
Hey, the Rooster's here.
Good morning to you, Rich.
Good morning, good morning.
Everything doing okay? Everything doing all right over there?
Yeah, everything's going good.
Is it freezing out for you, too?
I love this weather.
You do?
Yeah.
All right.
Glad to hear it.
Melissa, not a fan.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Not a fan of that at
I'll
all.
be cold until May.
I don't mind cold. It's the wind. I'm very, very certain about it. Cold, wind, not for Dave.
Yeah. Sometimes it affects your breathing. It's like having trouble breathing in this windy,
Well,
cold weather.
I don't remember that being the
Oh,
situation.
it happens with me. Anyway,
Okay.
time for a break here on the Coffee and Program, but more coming up, and it's time for the weather forecast being brought to you by Compassion International.
Sunny skies today with a high of 33 degrees, but a stiff breeze from the west over 30 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 21. Saturday's weather, partial sunshine, 38 degrees, calm wind. Saturday night, 80% chance of some snow. Overnight low of 25 degrees, new snow accumulation of about an inch. Sunday, snow mainly before 10 a.m. High of 31 degrees, a light northwest breeze, 80% chance of that snow, and winds will gust over 20 miles per hour. New snow accumulations on Sunday morning, 1 to 2 inches possible. Monday, sunshine and 25. Tuesday, sunshine and 32. Wednesday, sunshine and 41. And next Thursday, partly sunny skies with a high near 49 degrees.
It's us. Hi, it's ON Radio. Nice of you to join us this
I'm
morning.
done talking.
First of all, imagine a child in extreme poverty waiting over 3 to 65 days to be sponsored. And they wait today. Become a
They
compassion
can't wait
sponsor.
365 minutes, Callahan.
Text radio to 83393.
In a world where good food, friendly faces, and unforgettable memories collide, there's one place that stands out from the rest. Gators Pub is proudly celebrating 35 years of excellence in North Smithfield. Join us at Gators Pub, where every visit feels like coming home. Our secret to success? It's simple. Our super friendly staff and mouth-watering dishes prepared fresh daily by our talented chefs. Sink your teeth into our delectable lunch specials from Monday through Thursday and savor complimentary soup to warm your soul. Enjoy the game day excitement with multiple TVs showing the Boston Red Sox while indulging in classic appetizers like our famous potato skins and pita chips. Looking for a lively atmosphere to watch volleyball games? Look no further. Pair it with our juicy burgers or the latest cocktail creations to elevate your experience. Gators Pub, your ultimate destination for good times and great food. Come and celebrate with us at Gators Pub on Route 102, just a mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Make every moment memorable at Gators Pub, where good friends and great flavors meet. Remember, there are no strangers at Gators Pub, just good friends you haven't met yet.
Hi, everybody. This is Dave Richards. I'm with Brad at Coletta's Furniture on Wood Avenue in Woonsocket, and we have stepped into Coletta's Outlet. Brad?
Yeah, Dave. So what we have here, these are just collections that we have either discontinued fabrics or overstocked or must go. Sofa love seats, as we walk in, you have 3 Ashley Sofa love seat collections. Your choice, 3 fabrics for $7.99. As we make the corner around this other side, we have an Ashley sectional. Right now is only $5.99 instead of $10.99 right now.
And you can save hundreds of dollars at Coletta's Outlet. It's not damaged goods. It's brand new stuff. Brad, how can they buy it?
You can stop in our showroom and check us out.
And the terms?
We have 90 days, no credit needed, same as cash. We have 1 year, 0 down, 0 interest financing. We have free layaway.
It's the family-owned Coletta's Furniture right here in Woonsocket on Wood Avenue. Come on by.
It's Coffee In on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Rich Lane, Melissa Murray, Dave Richards. And this segment of Coffee In is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper, the new Valley Breezes. Dave has in his hand right now.
Unfortunately, the last two of our Valley Breezes are in my hand right now because they're going fast, friends and neighbors. And maybe one good reason to that is the Northern Rhode Island Fall 2025 All Scholastic Sports Awards insert is in this one here, and also we have another Ocean State job lot circular in the Valley Breeze this year. I have the Cumberland Lincoln edition right now. There's a big picture of Santa Claus along with 6-month-old Alice Brigitte Coyle, who is just not sure what's going on with this big guy with a big white beard. And I'm sure she'll piece it all together later on. But a face-to-face encounter, nice picture from Bob Emerson, who always... He's just a gifted photographer, and he works exclusively for the Valley Breeze now. So you'll see great pictures like that. In the news department, the Cumberland Police are issuing about 8 traffic tickets per day. Ethan Shorey has the story there. The board approves revised preliminary plan for St. Patrick Church redevelopment, and that is the planning board in Cumberland. Over in Lincoln, holiday gift donations are needed by, December 15th. That's Monday, right?
Yep. It is.
In Lincoln. And that's Peggy Wagner of the Lincoln Planning Department says they only a few days to help Christmas wishes and local families there in Lincoln. Lots of great ads in there, too. Let's take a look at the North Smithfield, Woonsocket, and Blackstone edition, where we see that Gina Ricciardi is got a story in here about the longtime North Smithfield EMA director, Peter Branconier, retires. People said he would never retire. But it looks like he has, and he's stepping down. It's a complicated job, Peter says, and I know. I've known him since, gee whiz, I think Peter and I met in the late 70s, and he was in charge of the REACT unit back then, and boy, he's done an awful lot of work for the town of North Smithfield back then. Over the years, Ethan Shorey has a story in here from Woonsocket about results of a city council meeting move where the city of Woonsocket banned the sale of cats and dogs in stores. I don't have any skin in that game, but I'm sure people feel very strongly one way and the other, and we did hear comments both ways. North Smithfield residents will vote on a $9 million bond this coming February. That's not the normal time that they vote on bonds, but it's kind of like really important. And the $9 million bond would be to construct, rehabilitate, and improve the town's public safety complex. Let's try it again, boys and girls, and see if we can get it through. Notice how they didn't say police station this time. I don't know, maybe it's a buzzword.
Right, right.
Let's get away from that. Let's just say public safety complex, and maybe they won't think it's the police station. I don't know.
Well, if you call it the public safety complex,
I'm
it
being
means
cynical. I'm
police, fire, EMS, all in one building.
I know.
Okay.
I know. But
We don't
I'm
want to
just
slight anybody.
Seriously, I'm being just a little facetious.
Okay.
Because we all know that it's a contentious issue in town, and some members of the town are really, really frugal, and they don't like the plans that were made, and others are a bit more. They'd call themselves progressive, and they're looking to improve the town's lot and stuff like that. And in the meantime, no one has agreed enough to win the argument. They got to try again in February.
Went to referendum and failed the first time, right?
Yep.
So.
All right. Hey, Rich, what's new at the Post? What's going on over there?
Well, like everybody else, winter's coming around, the holiday season and everything, so things are slowing down a little bit because of the time of year, but do have a couple of things going on. First thing I wanted to mention, like I did last Friday, is the Scout Troop 222 is having a bottle and can drive. And if you go down to the American Legion Post 85 and look at the far end of the parking lot where the Eternal Flame is, you will see 2 blue containers down there. So if you have some bottles and cans that you'd like to donate for the bottle and can drive for Troop 222, just take the bottles and cans and put them right inside those bins, and I'm sure they're going to do the right thing with them and make a little bit of money for them to do what they have to do.
All right.
And I always tell people how active we are down at the Post. Ladies Auxiliary just got done putting together some Christmas packages for the Coleman schools, so I'm sure when Nikki and Rob get in touch with the people down there. They'll be delivering them down there. So, I tell people all the time, if you want to come down to the post, find out what we're all about, join one of the entities. We're extremely active in the community, as well as for our veterans. Melissa and I ain't going to come out and say what's happening. It's got something to do with blankets. So Melissa and I are looking into a federal type of funding that
like a grant.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're kind of looking into it. We're in the preliminary stages, but all the paperwork's going to go out today, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Won't we, Melissa?
We'll see what happens.
And then if it happens, it's going to be
then it's going to be great.
It's going to be
Plus,
great.
on top of that, now I have secret information that's been entrusted to me. I cannot divulge that you may find more information about your blanket drive before the day is over.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Ooh,
that'd be nice. That'd be
there's
nice.
a tease.
Did I make that sound good?
There you go, huh?
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, and like I say to folks all the time, we got 4 entities down at the post. We got the American Legion Post 85, which you have to be either honorable discharge or general discharge under honorable conditions to be a full-fledged member, a military member. You have the Ladies Auxiliary, where if you have a direct family member that was in the military but you weren't, you can join the Ladies Auxiliary. Same thing with the Sons of the American Legion. If you have a direct descendant that was in the military, you can join the Sons. And if you got no military affiliation whatsoever, we have what's called the Friends of Fairmount. And the Friends of Fairmount is a civilian organization that helps promote the post and helps us in a lot of different ways to gain funds for veterans. So it's a great thing, and the dues for the Friends of Fairmount folks are only $20 a year. And another thing, a lot of people don't know, we're open to the public. Mm-hmm. So come on down during the Christmas season if you want and have a beverage and just get to know everybody and have a good time. And when you join one of the entities down at the post, and this is something a lot of people don't know about, you go out today and you go out to rent a hall, right? You're going to pay $250 to rent a hall at least, right? Down at the American Legion Post 85, if you're a member of one of the entities, after you are a member for 30 days, you can rent our hall for half the price. So your dues alone are going to more than make up for what you're going to get back for renting a hall. So, it just makes sense to join. That's what I'm saying. And you take a look around you, and it's sad to say, I never like to see a military post shut down, but of course, AMVET 7 just closed their doors, and that was very, very sad to see. We don't like to see that, and when you take a look around, there's only 2 of us left in the city right now, American Legion Post 85 and St. Joe's.
Yeah.
And both of the entities are open to the public. So what I'm asking people out there is that they're going away because I don't think people really realize how much insurance-wise it costs to run these places, just the overall expense
the utilities,
that's involved, utilities and everything.
Licensing, everything.
And it just, what we're asking people to do, seeing that we are open to the public, is just to come down and support us. Because if these veteran organizations all start to go away, we, as veterans, we try to take care of one another. And I know Bill Griswold, the president over at St. Joe's Vets, and Rob LaForde over at American Legion Post 85, myself, and all the veterans, we're trying to keep our places open so we can work with the city of Woonsocket and help our veterans and keep the courtesy car program going at American Legion Post 85. And, we're just trying to help veterans. So come on down and support us, I guess is what I'm saying.
All right, Rich, thank you very much. Other things going on. Up in Massachusetts, closing arguments are set for today in the Brian Walsh murder trial, the man who's accused of killing and dismembering his wife in January 2023. Yesterday, the defense rested. They called no witnesses.
Wow.
Well,
all right.
Okay.
And they sent the jury out, and then Brian Walsh told the judge Diane Frenier, he would not testify in his own defense. All right. So then they called the jurors back, and then the judge says to the jurors, now, at Brian Walsh, he has the right not to testify. Okay, so keep that in mind. But they may not speculate about that decision. You can't make any. You can't. No, we can.
Right.
But as
right.
the juror, you're not supposed to say, well, since he's not testifying, he's automatically guilty.
Yeah.
Well, how do you know what the juror's thinking?
Well, you're telling them what not.
You're telling them
what not to think.
Right.
Yeah, you can't tell me what I'm going to speculate, what I'm not going to speculate.
Right.
I'm sitting there in my own mind, which is a scary thing sometimes.
And some people don't make good witnesses. Who knows? Maybe it was his decision.
Yeah.
Maybe the attorney said,
yeah. But the prosecutor called a number of witnesses for their side.
Right.
Including the man that his wife was having an affair with at the time. So it gets very.
Is this the one where he looked up on his kid's iPad how to do this, how to do that,
how to clean dead bodies, when to bury, how long, all that fun stuff. So Rich, as a former correctional officer, how do those prisoners do in prison when the other prisoners find out that you're in for murder, but you murdered your wife? Are they treated differently? Are they
put your arm around them and say, "Hey"?
Are they targeted, or are they vindicated?
See, that's the reason why in a high-profile case, I would be shocked if they put him in a facility in Massachusetts.
Okay.
They'll do a lot of high-profile cases, well, at least during my time period, a lot of high-profile cases, they would take them and they'd do like prisoner swaps, like send this guy out to Texas.
Right, because local, someone might know, it might be somebody's friends, sisters, whatever.
Sometimes it's just not a good
just for a safety thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But no, he may do time.
I think he's going to do time.
He's going to do time. There's no doubt about that. Just depends on where, right?
He's to be found guilty, though. First, that hasn't happened.
Right.
No, he's not.
Right.
All right, we got to take a break here on the Coffee and program. More coming your way. This segment of Coffee And's been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our communities stronger by telling their stories.
The most modern, state-of-the-art shooting range in northern Rhode Island is MTR Guns and Ammo in North Smithfield. MTR Guns and Ammo has memberships to their shooting range, but walk-ins are welcome. And if you don't have your own gun, rentals are available. The gun range is climate controlled. We remind you that MTR Guns and Ammo is not just for the men. Ladies, classes are offered for everyone of all skill levels with NRA licensed instructors. MTR Guns and Ammo, 229 Quaker Highway, North Smithfield, on the Uxbridge Town Line. Open 7 days a week.
Are you looking for solutions to meet your business banking needs? At Milford Federal, the longest-standing community bank in the area, they offer customized solutions for commercial lending, cash management, online banking, and payment processing services. Their business banking team is committed to the growth and success of your business with local decision-making and a relationship-based approach. Let Milford Federal be your banking partner. Visit them at milfordfederal.com today. Milford Federal Bank. Our community, your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, and MLS number 465956.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800 1-800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777 or biglou.com.
Hello, this is Nancy Phillips, president of the Woonsocket Lions Club. I am here to announce that we are holding our annual Milk Fund Toll Road this Saturday, December 13th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the parking lot at 786 Diamond Hill Road. The Lions Club members will gladly accept your cash or check donations. If you are writing a check, please make it payable to the Milk Fund. Also, if you have used eyeglasses, we will be happy to accept those as well. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
We're local and live at 99.5 FM, ON, AM, and FM.
It is Coffee Ann on ON. Thanks for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan here, Rich Lane, Melissa Murray, and Dave Richards, and other crazy things going on in Massachusetts. And, you know, because Rich and Dave, right, guys will do stupid things, right?
What?
Especially when they're
only on the air.
Especially when they're 19. 19-year-old man from Pembroke is being treated for serious injuries as a result of an altercation he had in Duxbury, Massachusetts. Police said the victim was found lying in the road on Chandler Street early yesterday morning.
This is in Duxbury?
In Duxbury. Because
does it involve a duck?
Not at all.
Why a duck?
It was early yesterday morning. He was thrown from the hood of a moving car. This works well in the movies. But in reality,
let's try it out.
Oh, man.
Officers learned the man had gone. This is the stupid
Blue
part.
Cross.
Officers learned that the man had gone to his ex-girlfriend's house to confront the new boyfriend. See how well that always works so well. So far, no arrests. But whose car was he on? I don't know. But he's on the hood of the car, and you hang on for as long as you can, especially if someone's swerving back and forth. You're gonna fall off.
Well, yeah, but
what, Rich?
I don't. I'm just trying to. Was it?
We never did that growing up because they used to have this chrome trim on everything. It would rip your hands to pieces.
Well, that's not
the only thing I did when I'm not saying that kids should do this today,
but
I
you
remember
hopped the ride.
I remember in the winter time.
Skateboard, grab the truck.
No, the winter time when you used to just we just hang on the street. We were no more than 8, 9 years old. We used to just stand on the street corner in the city of Worcester, and the roads sometimes in my area weren't plowed that well, and it was still a little slippery and everything. We used to wait for the cars to stop at the stop sign, and then run behind the car and grab onto the back bumper.
We called it bumper sliding.
Yeah, bumper slide.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but you get going pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that car went up to 20 miles an hour. If you let go, you were a dead man.
If you're lucky,
a dead kid.
The person driving the car was a younger person. And I've had people actually, when I was a kid, they would slow down and they would actually say, "Okay, hop on."
Oh yeah, I've had.
But anyway,
this is something that I have never done.
You've never done?
No,
well, okay.
No.
It doesn't say whose hooded car he was on. Was it the ex-boyfriend's? Was it his car? Was it her car? I don't know. But when you get thrown from a car and you land on the ground on the street, it's going to hurt. And he's got serious
especially
injuries.
if there's a car behind you.
Well, he didn't get run over.
Oh, good.
So that part didn't happen. So that part's
that
good.
would always bother me.
Did they find him in the morning? Like
I don't have a time. Don't have a time.
Like the person just
Joe,
flung him off the car and
my
left?
dad taught me a story.
Early in the morning, early yesterday morning.
My dad told me a story when I was growing up. He says, Dave, you know, kids do stupid things basically because you're not thinking of the reality of the situation. It's never hit you in the face that people actually get hurt and die.
Right.
And
You're
so
invincible.
He said,
right.
He said, and I'm going to tell you a story of something that happened when I was a kid. He grew up in Webster. And on Lake Street, I mean, this big hill. At the bottom of the hill is the railroad tracks. Top of the hill, a bunch of houses on all sides. This is a neighborhood that he grew up in. It's a really big, steep hill. He says, I'm going to tell you a story of something that went wrong. And we didn't realize it. There was this old guy who had an old car. And he would come down the hill. And we would have fun running out in front of him and listening as he slammed on his brakes and the tire squealed.
Wow. That is stupid.
Yeah. And he told me, he says, the last time we did it, the brakes failed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that kid got killed.
Wow.
So, and the guy, He didn't say,
That
but
poor
he
guy.
says the guy was a basket case.
I'm sure he was. Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, but it's because you're not thinking.
Right.
You think you're invincible when you're when you're a kid.
Kids,
right?
I mean, if kids sat down and someone said, now, what would happen if? And you say, oh, that would never happen. But what would happen if? And is it worth the thrill?
Well, this guy in Duxbury, I'm sure he figured, well, if I get thrown from the car, I'll just roll like they do on television. Of course, maybe he didn't roll when he just hit.
Yeah.
And just had that
What do
sudden
you-
Or
what
he
do-
could
what do
roll
you
into a
plan on
tree or another
getting
car or a culvert or a gutter.
Like, what do you plan on getting out of, like,
Oh, I'm
jumping
gonna-
onto the hood of somebody's car? Like, what's your end game? Like, there's
he's
only
try-
one end game.
He's trying to win her back.
Oh.
And
Show sincerity.
If I can take out the new boyfriend, I can get back in her good graces. See how well that works? All right. Also, one more story out of Mass, and it's good to, warning because it's
You
cold
haven't heard
temperatures.
that guys do crazy things for girls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's
it's hormonal,
done anything crazy.
Not a lot
for
of thinking going on there.
But beware of this. A 14-year-old girl is safe after she was rescued from a pond in Malden. She was reportedly conscious and alert when first responders pulled her from the frigid waters. Authorities
What
are
was she
warning
doing in the frigid water, Joe, besides freezing?
Authorities are just warning the public to stay off ice-covered bodies of water. Just trying to either she's trying to make a shortcut, or there's a mental health thing going on. I don't know, but she fell through the thin ice and had to be rescued.
Yep.
All right, we've been following this story all week, Melissa, and I'm glad to say it looks like I'm going to turn out to be right. The drunk raccoon.
Yes.
That shelter has raised very close, and I thought they were going to hit it $200,000 in the merchandise that they are selling. Yes, that's just the Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter worked with an online platform to create a line of shirts, hats, hoodies, and other items featuring the drunk raccoon.
Hoodies.
And they've raised close to $200,000. Good for them. That's just so
great for the shelter. Great for the shelter, right? Shelters are always underfunded, so yeah, good.
All right,
Melissa, let's go out and find a couple of drunk raccoons. we can figure something out to make some money here, right?
But is the raccoon okay though? Does anybody? Does anybody know?
After it woke up, they checked it out. The vet
Poor
checked it
little
out,
thing.
and he was fine. No, there were no injuries, and they just
So
released him into the
had
wild,
just
and
a
he just
giant headache.
he ran away. So I guess he's all right.
Oh my
You got to attend
Until
a couple
later,
of
when
AA
he-
meetings.
Yeah,
But,
what if he
you know,
comes,
that
like,
was
back
a
to the-
provision
the-
being released.
You know that raccoon could go get a contingency lawyer.
Yeah,
and come
that's
back.
right.
I want to
And
cut it.
sue the-
I
oh,
want to
sue-
cut
cut
of that
it.
money.
I
want
money.
to cut of the money.
That's
Use
my likeness on those
without my
t-shirts.
permission.
I've seen the T-shirt though. It's just really an outline of the raccoon. It's not really a
I see.
likeness.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, get a
Maybe
good-
he'll lose then.
Get a good lawyer. All right. If you've ever been down to Mohegan Sun, there's a new poll out, and that the Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut is the best casino concert venue in the country. This is according to Newsweek's 2026 Reader's Choice Awards.
And the folks at Foxwoods are beside themselves.
Well,
so we were here first.
yeah.
We built a nicer casino than Mohegan Sun.
But it's not the
How
casino.
come-
No,
It's the concert venue.
So it is. I've been to many concerts there.
And Mohegan Sun is very
and
nice.
It is really nice.
It's
and
a
you know
really
what's
nice
nice
venue.
about that is that you can leave the concert and go back in.
Okay.
Sometimes they do. Yeah.
I didn't know
Not
that.
a lot of places allow that.
Mm-hmm.
So like if there's a show, like a performer in
so
between.
if you have an urge to play blackjack during
they
the
never want to
intermission.
stop you from getting
Gambling,
to the machines.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But they said perhaps you want to like go and get a cocktail and like look at the set list. See a little tip online. Look online for the set list. And you're like, oh, I don't really like those particular songs. That's when I'm going to go.
Okay.
Right, and go, and then you can go back in.
That's funny. Now I have friends who live down in Exeter, and Bob and Donna they're very close by, so they would go. And they loved playing the machines and things like that. And it was a kind of recreation for them. They had few hobbies. But they would go and they would keep going to Mohegan Sun all the time. I said, why Mohegan Sun? It's dark.
Yeah, that's why they like it.
It's not an open, fresh air thing like
Foxwoods.
Well, Foxwoods is a very
it's brighter.
bright and airy place. I could gravitate to that. I thought it was well run. I mean, heck, Foxwoods, when I was on the planning board in Burrillville, they opened up rooms down there to have seminars for the planning boards all around New England to meet there. And then you got a chance to go out. And it's like a Tuesday, and it's noontime, you're breaking for lunch. And at the main casino entrance, they had a small table with a professional inviting you to sit down and show you how they play poker there at that particular Foxwoods casino. And so I said, well, that's pretty.
Little carrot that dangle in front
Well,
of you,
yeah,
right?
but I'm just
Get
saying,
you to nibble.
isn't that that's a positive marketing? Here it is. Sit down. I'll show you how we play in Soy, and it's up to you if you want to go play. But now you won't be in the dark. You'll understand how the game that we play here, because there's so many different nuances of polka. You'll understand how it's played in this casino, and you'll feel comfortable, and you come and have some fun. And I said, well, that's a very positive piece of marketing right there. I always thought that Mohegan Sun was just dark and mysterious and okay,
Well, the
fine.
casinos don't really want you to know what time it is. They want it dark.
Oh, I know. There's never been a clock in a casino, yeah.
Has it been an hour? Has it been 10?
We don't know.
You'll never know. There's no clocks anywhere.
You'll never know.
That's why I
Right,
wear
they
a
gotta
watch.
get ya.
Sure, okay. All right.
Yeah, right. We'll give you another this, that, whatever it is.
All right. So what else about Mohegan Sun? Let's see.
What about Foxwoods? How come you're not saying stories about Foxwoods?
Because they're not in the news. The 10,000-seat arena hosts over 125 concerts and sporting events annually.
does.
Mohegan Sun was also named the second best Native American casino in the country and second best casino players club.
So Frankie Valley
According to
there.
Newsweek. Yeah, Frankie Valley.
Bobby Rydell.
Yeah.
I saw Frankie Valley there.
You
Yep.
did too?
Yes, I
Were you
did.
in the same day at the
Yep.
same time? Oh, he's come back a couple times.
Yeah.
And a woman in Franklin, Tennessee, accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill her ex-husband. She's back in court. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. Her attorney, Steve's laughing at that. Anyway, her attorney says they will
Steve's hyperventilating over that.
Request a review hearing on December 12th. She was arrested in April after allegedly meeting with men she believed were hitmen and trying to hire one to kill her TV anchor man. Wow. Authorities say she cited alleged abuse and blamed him for their son's death in 2020. It's all the dad's fault. I'm like, wow.
Juicy.
So it doesn't say if the person they were meeting with. Sometimes these people meet with they think are hitmen.
Yes.
They turn out to be the police.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oops.
Oopsie.
There's a mistake right there. But it doesn't say if is that the case there. All right. It probably is, Steve. Aren't they all related? All right. Guess what? Steve Palusa's coming up next with Do You Remember? Yay. All right. Thanks for listening in, everyone. Dave
It's
Richards,
his show today.
Thanks for being here.
Tell Gary.
Dave, thanks for being here.
It's great. See you later.
All right. Melissa, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Have a good weekend,
All
everybody.
right. Rich Elaine, thanks for coming on in.
Hey, always a pleasure to come in.
Do we have the toll road this weekend, Joe?
The toll road is this weekend, tomorrow.
And also on Sunday, remember, Jean Michon's got her New
Yes.
Beginnings benefit with the sweaters and the rest of that stuff. She'll be serving dynamites all day on Sunday.
Senior Center from 4 to 7 p.m.
Perfect.
All right. Stay tuned. Gary Smith of the Cruise coming up next.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.